As I have made a few map arts, I have refined the process to manageable steps. Step 1 is the reference, infrastructure, canvas, and finally the art. The reference image, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the more iconic images in all of comics, this one. The very first comic book that Superman was a part of. Now, it's hard to find another image that's as iconic as this, with a character that's as iconic as Superman. It's been done time and time, and even Minecraft did a parody of it. But nothing can beat the original, so that's what we're going to do today. That's what we're going to work on. Peak. To get started, you're going to want to take an image to pixel art translator. I use this one, it's just on my phone. Now, a Minecraft map art is 128 by 128. So, take this little slider, and it'll show you down there. But take this little slider up top, and do it so one of the slide is as close as you can under 128 pixels. It should read under 16,000 because that's the total area of the entire thing. So we're at 10,125. Perfect. Now, obviously we're going to be making this in survival, so we're going to need infrastructure. And infrastructure has two parts. First, we're going to need basalt and wool. The basalt, I made this generator. It's really just a mini game. It's pretty cool. The floors auto-generate, and you can insta-mine them. So if you've played Sleepy Leaf before, you'll know that having auto-generated floors is very helpful. But yeah, this little contraption just heals the floors. And if you come up this water elevator, it takes you to the top of the arena. You can check it out with an efficiency 5 pickaxe and a beacon. It insta-mines, and then it heals itself. So I just like to sit here and just mine basalt. And the reason we need basalt is because basalt is black on maps. And so I use this as the canvas to kind of give me a blank canvas. And this is how you build it. I don't want to bore you with the science, so I'm going to run through this quickly. But as you place a lava bucket here, you see that it creates basalt. And then because of these pistons, you flip this lever, the basalt continues. And then here is how you make it automatic. So you only have to flip the lever once, and it just continues like that. And here is tileable. This is the whole thing stacked next to each other. You can make it as long as you want or as short as you want. Pretty epic, pretty awesome. Moving on. We have our black sorted out, so let's talk about colors. Again, I'm not going to bore you with the science, but obviously we got to start with wool. This is just a little machine. It's got an observer, fires a dispenser whenever the sheep eats the grass. Super efficient. I have every color. Here they are. We're going to need a lot of yellow, like a lot of yellow. We're going to need a lot of green, and a lot of red, and a lot of blue. So it's pretty baller. The reason I use wool is because 2 wool makes 3 carpet, and when you deal with thousands of blocks, every little block you can save like that adds up. The third part of infrastructure that we didn't really talk about, but it's a place to work. This is my Isle of Pacifism. It's the Mushroom Island. Hello, dog. If you're following the channel, you'll recognize it from other videos that I've posted, but basically this is just where my base of operations is for my map arts. I have cartographer tables, I have item frames, I have a bed and sugarcane farm. But yeah, this is where I put the map when I'm working on it. This is where I hang out. There's a little bit of storage. Here's the maps that I have already. So it's pretty great. I'd recommend it, something like that. I always like little builds like this that help me feel kind of more immersed, where it's a little more fun to like build something or do something when you have like a cozy place to go home to, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, as you look out in the ocean, there's my Lone Strait map, there's the Among Us one, and there's the other ones that I've done. So we're going to add one more to the ocean, and I use the ocean because it's flat and it's easy. And without further ado, it's time to start on our canvas. Now, obviously you can make a map art wherever you want. There's maps all over the whole world. The whole world is a map. But I use the ocean because A, it's kind of easy to get around, and B, it's flat. So every block I place is my own intent. So I have all these shulker boxes. This will not be enough blocks, just so you know. But we're going to build a border, just frame out the map. If you see, we put one pixel at the very top corner, and we're just going to fill this out. And there we have it, a little border all the way around our map. And obviously, that was not enough basalt, so we're going to need to gather a bunch. Man, I never get tired of looking at the sunset. Never. It's just... Alright, we can now take a step back. That is one shulker box. An entire shulker box. Sorry, let me take my helmet off. If you're not understanding right now, it's arduous. It's awesome, but arduous. Oh man, I almost lost my pickaxe. Oh, you can't even see. Oh, hopefully I got a few more. Oh, that's a lot of basalt. Let's go. But yeah, we gotta go XP farm, heal this back up. Oh man. Shout out to my brother for making this XP farm, by the way. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. Alright, now that we're all healed up, let's get back at it. I got these shulker boxes full. So this should get us hopefully to the end. If I did the math right, I don't usually. So we'll have to see what it does, but I'm feeling good. Man, that was crazy. Literally, that took all day. But now that our canvas is complete, we can finally start working on our art. Now, this is the best part, so you're going to want to see the finished product of this. And while you're here, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe if you want to see more art. Now, if you're going to do your own, the way I recommend you do it is to block out the biggest shapes you can see with the biggest colors. So I'm building a border and burning through my white wool, as you can see. Good thing I have a farm. The infrastructure is important. I know you didn't want to watch that part of the video, but now you see why it's important. But yeah, big shapes, big blocked out, big borders, big things. Anyway, I missed it. Okay, yeah, I gotta go back a few. But I keep my map in my offhand in order to tell where I am and just to kind of add the reference so I can look at the reference picture and what I'm building. And I make a lot of mistakes. I screw up all the time. But you know, that's what it means to be human. So, onward and upward. Also, food for thought. I saw something that said we are not our thoughts. We are what's behind our thoughts. We are that which notices our thoughts. Which is really interesting because it's like, if we think evil or we think good, the evil isn't us, nor is the good. We are what decides which thoughts to dwell on, which thoughts to think of. Which is kind of interesting. It has nothing to do with the video, but I just thought it was cool. Food for thought, little philosophical adventure. And as I'm working on this voiceover, I'm noticing how far we have come on our map art and how many white wool blocks we have burned through. We're going to use a lot more. It's plenty white wool. But you can see the A, and you can see from our reference picture that we're making some progress on the first Superman comic of all. Pretty fire, pretty awesome. We're going to put the red in now. Yeah. I always, second guess myself. I think, Mumbo Jumbo talks about this a lot, where, the hardest part is just starting. But, I mean, it's looking pretty good. So, you keep going. Oh, no, don't do that one. That's why I like to use the reference. I check the map to see if I have the pixels where I want them. It's pretty cool. let's get on to the nitty-gritties. Okay, real talk number 2. Do you think Superman could take the Hulk in a fight? Now, I'm not talking about like the movie Hulk, because obviously the movie Hulk has fallen from grace or whatever, but I think, me personally, prime to prime, bar for bar, Superman's got him. Superman will put the Hulk in the blender. That's just me, though. I don't think that's ridiculous to say. And if you disagree with me, you can go ahead and fight me in the comments about it, as I fill in the rest of this yellow behind Superman. Sub to LS, what is that? Who put that in there? It's so weird. It's like somebody like hacked my yellow carpet or something. Miles appreciation time. Oh my god, it's been like an hour. Boom! Man, the things I do for my mediocre content. Just kidding, I like it. I really like my videos. I think they're fun. Let me take my helmet off again. I keep forgetting. Show my face to the camera. Anyway, the yellow is finished, and now we can put the finer details. We blocked it out. I just went pixel by pixel for my reference image, which is helpful. And I'm going to do the same thing for the car here, pixel by pixel. And now that the car's done, you can see I skipped so much of that. But I mean, if you block out the bigger shapes and go to finer detail as you break it down, then it'll make your whole world so much easier. See right here, we're going to work on this guy right here if we go back to our reference. There's not really a whole lot to work with, but as we go back and forth between our reference picture, we can kind of block out where we kind of want to see it. And it comes together slowly, but definitely surely. If you like this video and you want to see how to do map arts without a reference image, then let me know and I will make one of those. And as I said earlier, we're going to use more blocks than just carpet for the finer details. As you can see, the skin color, the best thing I found was diorite. We finished this guy with green pants, which I think is awesome. And we finished the guy with the purple suit, which is also awesome. But I'm exhausted, so I'm going to bed. Wake up in the morning. Good morning! It's morning. I finished the other guy as well. So now all we have to do is the man himself. The man of steel. Of super steel man. I'm actually so excited. Real talk though, we're going to get a little serious, if it's okay. But the last map art I did took me about a week and a half straight to complete. Though this time, due to college and other hectic things, I had to blitz to get this one done over Thanksgiving break. So right around 2 a.m., I finally started placing the final blocks. As Superman slowly appeared on the canvas, a great deal of hope and relief entered into my heart, actually. It was very early, so it might have just been because I was so sleepy, and I placed around 26,000 blocks over the last 3 days. But to me, it was special. Just to see him come together and that black silhouette start to fill in with colors of red and yellow. It's just so cool. Superman to me is more than just, another character in tights. Not that there's anything wrong with characters in tights, but he's more. He's a symbol of hope. There's a time this last year, 2025 was pretty rough for me, but there was a time that was particularly hard. There were days when I didn't see a whole lot of purpose in the day-to-day life and, going about living. However, what got me out of bed every day was the possibility that God would put someone in my path who I could help or lend a hand to. Someone whose burden I could lighten, no matter how small my help was. As I was looking for that, something really cool actually happened. Every single day, without fail, every day, I saw someone in need who I could help. I helped them out, and as I walked away, I was filled with a joy that's hard to come by any other way for me. And that hope, that joy, that's what Superman means to me. Someone who looks out for everyone and helps where he can. Someone who tries his best. And his best is pretty good because, he's invulnerable and can shoot lasers out of his eyes and super strength and stuff. But our best can also be pretty good too. I think we can all be Superman in our own ways. In truth, there's people everywhere that need help. If it's just a smile or a conversation or someone that they can talk to and that will listen to them. Not to spill over to different comic universes, but Spider-Man's famous for the saying, with great power comes great responsibility. And I think often we say to ourselves we would be superheroes if we had great powers. But we don't realize that we do have great powers. Lots of great powers. And if we use them for good, we're just like Superman. And the greatest power we have is choice. The ability to choose. Choose to do good. After all, we are who we choose to be. So, thanks for listening to my little spiel. I hope it wasn't too heavy for you. I hope it meant a lot to you. I know it meant a lot to me, and I hope we can all go out and try to make the world a better place, try to listen to people and have a little bit more compassion and spread some more hope and use the powers that have been given to us to spread that joy, to spread that hope. And yeah, enough said. If you notice, I'm making a copy of this map because, I'm obviously going to want to put it in other places. Have a master copy that I just keep in my ender chest so that if I die with it or lose it, then I won't lose it because I have a master copy. And then the other copies I'll just be able to put wherever I want. Obviously, this isn't necessary, but I just think it's kind of cool. Kind of feel like a curator of sorts. But obviously, we're going to put one copy here. And if you follow the channel, you probably already know where we're going to put the next copy. That's right. Gotham City. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you had as much fun watching as I did making this. Dang, it looks so good. Look at that. Sorry, I just got to take it in. Yeah, be sure to like, comment if you have any questions. I'm starting a Discord, so there'll be a link in the description. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm going to do another map art when I hit 5,000 subscribers. Hopefully that'll give me a little bit of a buffer. Not too big though. Anyway, I cannot stress it enough. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.